So, Arsenal are deciding to expand their stadium. Now, to be honest with you, it's something that's been going on for quite a while. There's been a lot of discussions about it. There's been a lot of talk about how the stadium's gone a bit tacky and how it's going a bit run down and looking a bit aged at some points. And whenever I've actually been to the stadium and looked at it physically, I just thought to myself, it's not looking at the absolute greatest. And there's been a lot of stadiums across London that have improved, especially with Tottenham Hotspur. They have pretty much the state of the art stadium. It looks really great. And we also know about the Olympic Stadium that West Ham have as well. Now, it's been a while since Arsenal have moved to the Emirates. Well, yeah, they moved in around 2005, 2006. However, throughout that time, there's always been issues, especially with the Emirates Stadium, with the atmosphere, with the fact that Arsenal haven't been able to get a transfer budget for a countless amount of seasons from the late 2000s to the early 2010s. And most importantly, how Arsenal haven't been able to get a Premier League title at the stadium or even a Champions League or anything of that sort. So there's been a lot of things with regards to that. And to be honest with you, with the plans of moving from 60,000 to 80,000 or whatever it is, the planned budget for this is around 400 to 500 million. Now, don't get me wrong, the waiting list is high. Arsenal are a global club. A lot of people want to come and see Arsenal, right? And don't get me wrong, if this is normal circumstance or any other club, I would be very happy about this. Arsenal should look to improve. Arsenal should look to better their stadium and provide a better experience for people who go to the stadiums and allow more people to come and support the team, essentially. And that's something that I will always back. However, one thing that I am concerned about is the fact that if Arsenal do go ahead with this expansion, will that affect what we do on the field? Will that affect our transfer budget? Will we have to do that stupid self-sustaining model that has literally ruined Arsenal for so many years? Those are the things that I am very concerned about. And under this leadership, that's something that I've seen come about. Now, yes, over the past coming years, we've literally spent £1 billion on this squad. That's great. There's been intention there. We've spent on a lot of good quality players and a lot of failed players as well, to be honest with you. But we've invested into the squad, or Arsenal have invested into the squad. But if we go ahead with this plan, will that dampen that? And that is something that I am very afraid of, to be honest with you, and I'm not sure what will happen. And if we do go with this plan, we might need to move to a new stadium. We might need to go to Wembley, like Tottenham had to do when they were making their stadium. And those of you who don't know, whenever that happens for a lot of teams, those teams barely do well because they don't have that home atmosphere, and it isn't the best feeling, to be honest with you. And that is something that Arsenal might have to deal with. And to be honest with you, we have a squad that's on its way to compete with the Premier League. Hell, we could probably have a good chance of winning the Premier League this season and maybe doing something in the European competitions as well, hopefully. And I don't want this stadium expansion to ruin that progress, because if that happens, right, while we have this team, then it'll just create an excuse. This team will have an excuse, this club will have an excuse, essentially, that, oh yeah, we weren't able to do well in the upcoming seasons because of the whole stadium thing, blah blah blah. And I don't want that, because I've already seen that a lot in my life. I've seen that when we first moved to Emirates, where we saw Fabregas, Nasri, Adebayor, Van Persie, all those guys, right? And even Wenger, unable to spend money in the transfer window or unable to help the squad because of the stadium. And I don't want that to happen now. I hope Arsenal have learned their lesson. I hope the Kroenkes have learned their lesson in the past, that this is unacceptable, right? Even if you want to do a stadium expansion, blah, 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 you still need to invest in the squad. You still need to look for ways to better the squad and keep what is happening with the stadium to what is happening on the field separate. Because if you don't, then we're just going to go through another goddamn merry-go-round. And to be honest with you, I'm already sick of it, because Arsenal haven't done anything, especially in the last 20 years, for me to say, yeah, moving to the Emirates was worth moving away from Highbury. Because in Highbury, we've had a lot more success there compared to what we've had in the 20 years of the Emirates. The 20 years of the Emirates have been called the banter era for a reason. And I don't need to get into all the horrible things that have happened since, but if you could see history, we know what that is. But yeah, I just thought I'd express my views on it. I am fairly concerned about it because of what I've seen of Arsenal moving to the Emirates and everything that's happened from the start of that. But you never know, right? Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we can do this stupid expansion. It might take what, 6 months to a season, God knows, right? And then after that point, we have like the best atmosphere, the best stadium, you know, have concerts and whatever, and even do better in the transfer market on the football field. Because for football fans, that is the main thing that matters. But yeah, anyhow, those are my thoughts. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you soon in the next video. Please let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm just overreacting about it. Who knows? But I can't lie, I am a bit concerned.